Welcome back to The Explainer, everyone. The whistle has officially blown. The brand new Premier League season is underway. And look, if you love dissecting the beautiful game to figure out what's really going on behind the scenes, you are absolutely in the right place. We're skipping the generic previews today. Instead, we're going to break down the actual title race using the narratives and the data that are shaping up right now. Because, let's be honest, there's one massive, unavoidable question hanging over all of us right now. Who is actually going to win the title? Arsenal are stepping onto the pitch as the defending champions. Manchester City are heading into a completely new era, and we've got several other massive clubs who truly believe they have what it takes. We need to cut through the noise and figure out who actually has the best chance of lifting that trophy come May. Okay, let's dive right into this breakdown. We're going to look at Arsenal, Manchester City, Liverpool, Chelsea, Newcastle, and then we'll wrap it all up with our final verdict. Starting off with our first contender, Arsenal, the team to beat. Now, there's this really fascinating clash going on with Arsenal right now. On one hand, their absolute biggest asset is stability. Mikel Arteta knows the squad inside and out, the cohesion is off the charts, and they finally know exactly what it takes to grind out wins over a grueling 38-game season. But on the flip side, being the champions creates a brand new problem. They have a massive target on their backs. Every single opponent sees Arsenal as the ultimate scalp. So the question isn't whether they have the talent to compete, we know they do, it's whether they can maintain that incredibly high level when the pressure multiplies and everyone is giving them their absolute hardest game. Moving right along to Manchester City. New manager, entirely new era. This is where things get really interesting. We are literally witnessing a massive shift in Manchester. Think about it. You had the Guardiola era, which was defined by just historic, relentless dominance. We're talking about one of the best teams English football has literally ever seen. But that era is over. The guard has shifted, Enzo Maresca has taken over, and he now has the monumental task of building the next version of this juggernaut. If Maresca can get them to adapt quickly, City absolutely has the raw, pure quality to challenge for the title again. But if this huge transition takes too long, Arsenal is sitting right there, perfectly positioned to pounce. Next up, we have Liverpool, a team in full transition. The central puzzle for Liverpool right now all boils down to this. Can they adapt fast enough? Because much like City, they are walking into a clear period of transition. They've got a new manager and some major squad changes. Liverpool has to find this incredibly tricky balance. They have to keep up that top-tier competitiveness while actively rebuilding something new from the ground up. It's basically a high-wire act, you know? How fast they figure out that balancing act is exactly what's going to dictate their entire season. Now let's talk about Chelsea, truly the ultimate wild card in all of this. Number 10, 10th place. I want that to sink in for a second, because despite all of Chelsea's immense talent, their bottomless financial resources, and just soaring ambition, last season they finished 10th. That is a monumental, almost unbelievable gap to close. And it's a stark reality check we need to keep in mind before we get too carried away with all their potential. So the big unknown here is, what does Xabi Alonso actually need to do to close that gap? First off, he has to implement structure immediately, day one. Then, he's got to build actual consistency. He needs to figure out how to efficiently harness all that raw, expensive talent and somehow do it all while overcoming the massive, suffocating expectations that always surround that club. Look, expecting a jump straight from 10th to champions is a huge gamble. But if Alonso can magically create that structure and consistency right out of the gate, Chelsea definitely has the raw ingredients to surprise a lot of people. Up next, the team nobody really wants to talk about until it's too late. Newcastle, our dark horse. Newcastle are playing the role of the ultimate disruptors here. Sure, they might not have the historical pedigree of an Arsenal or a City, but they have massive resources, incredibly high ambition, and genuine top-to-bottom squad quality. And here is why they actually matter so much. They don't even need to win the league to completely derail the title race. If they come out swinging and start strong, they take crucial points away from the traditional top contenders. That alone makes the battle at the absolute top much tighter for everybody else. All right, it's time for the final verdict. Who is actually going to win the Premier League? So based on everything we've just unpacked, here's how the current hierarchy is shaking out. Arsenal, thanks to that rock-solid stability, are leading the pack at the front of the race. Manchester City, even in the middle of a major transition, are still the absolute biggest threat. Liverpool is sitting right there as the team that could totally surprise us. Chelsea is the ultimate wild card, totally unpredictable. And Newcastle, they are our disruptor, completely ready to shake up the final points tally. But hey, we have to remember, the Premier League is definitely not won in August. The true title formula over a grueling 9-month season requires just relentless, unwavering consistency. It's about successfully managing those inevitable injuries, handling the crushing mental pressure, leaning on immense squad depth, and, most importantly, winning those absolute nail-biters 6-point games against your biggest rivals. And that is my complete title race breakdown based on the landscape as we see it today. But you know, an explainer is really just the start of the conversation. Now, I want to turn it over to you. Arsenal, City, Liverpool, Chelsea, or Newcastle. Who do you think is going to win the Premier League? Drop your predictions down in the comments below. Let's get a debate going. Thank you so much for joining me today. Stay focused, keep learning, and I'll see you in the next one.